Welcome to another episode of our tutorial series. Today we're going to be looking at the Collectible Tracker. So let's get started.
You stand in the presence of greatness.
Alright, let's take a look at the Collectible Tracker. First things first are its properties. It's a pretty simple little toy. It only has one property, and that's the type of collectible that it will look at. You can either choose all or pick the individual collectible you want this tracker to track. Now if you do it that way and have multiple collectibles, you will need multiple collectible tracker toys. The next thing to look at is the logic connections. It only has two, find collectible collected, and that's pretty simple and self-explanatory. Once the last one is picked up, this toy will do something. And then collectible collected by. Now if you're going to have a game, you need to be able to differentiate between the two teams, whether it's single player teams or color-coded teams. And just like every other toy that uses teams, it has one option for each one. And then for player, it has one option for each one. You can also do any. This is useful for when you want the players to cooperate. Now let's take a look at some of the things we can actually do with the toy. First, I want to show you one of the simplest ways to use the collectible tracker. It will open the doors in front of us after we collect this one key card. To do that, we need to go over here and first make sure that the type it is looking for is the key card. And then we set it up so that way when the final collectible is collected, because there really is only going to be one, it will open the door. And once those are set up, it's pretty much that simple. This use of the collectible tracker is a little more complicated. We want the player to win a prize once he's collected enough orbs, but we don't want him to have to collect all the orbs to get that prize. To do this, we need also a counter. So what we set up is first we make sure that the collectible type the tracker is watching is the blue challenge orb. And then we set it up so that way whenever a player picks up a blue orb, it increments the counter by 1. And then we set up the counter so that way it has the target number that we want, which in this case will be 3. And once that target is reached, it will tell the loot chest to spawn loot. We've set it for 3, so now all I have to do is run around and collect 3. And I'll get some loot. Now the good thing about this system is you don't have to use only blue orbs. You can use any number of different types of collectibles. All you would have to do is set the collectible tracker up for any instead of just blue orbs. And there's lots of storytelling reasons to do it that way. Well, that's it for the collectible tracker. If you learned something new, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you have any questions about this or any other toy, don't hesitate to ask in the comments and I'll answer as soon as I can. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button